What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Key, and I'm back with another reaction. So before I get into this reaction, y'all, please make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a post from your girl. So today I'm gonna be reacting to Chanel. She dropped a response video to Ohmyla, and I guess this says she here to clear up some things. Now I'm gonna be honest now. I wish she wouldn't even have made this video, because she already done made two about the whole situation. So I hope this don't turn into a back and forth battle on YouTube with the exes and shit. I hope they can just leave it here and leave it alone after this. But they say it's three sides to a story. Your side, and the truth. So this is Chanel's side of what Ohmyla said. So ready to get right into it and see what she got to say, you know.
They love you more than they love themselves or more than anything in this world. It literally gets scary, bro. Like nobody's gonna understand how I feel. Babies, what's good? It's your girl Chanel, and I am back with another video. So first of all, before I even get into this video, make sure you guys give this video a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure your post notifications are on to all, and follow me on my social networks right here. And I had to get up and make this video. Like, this shit is getting crazy, because it's like, I don't know if y'all know what's going on. I had a couple of shit with me and Ohmyla. We was together. We broke up or whatever. I made two videos, and one was recent, and then she finally responded like 4 months later. So she said her side of the story, and you already know, like, first of all, people who support me, they're still supporting me. And, you know, of course, there's some people who switching sides or like, oh my God, you this, you that. Okay, so I just want to touch on, because I did watch her video, and I really didn't want to do this, and I still don't want to do this, and it's still some stuff that I'm trying my hardest not to say. Like, I swear to God, out of respect for her, like, because it's just, things could get very messy very quickly, and I did not want to go this route. Like, I just didn't want to go this route. I just want to say that our relationship, and she knows this, our relationship has been going downhill for a long time. So for her to get on this camera and say that, oh, when you got your surgery, you really changed, or I really do think surgery had to play a part. Like, one thing I want y'all to know, and I'm saying this in the most humblest way, teeth done or body done or not, I could have left the relationship at any time and still prospered, or still, like, relationships just don't work out sometimes. It doesn't always have to be, oh, one person cheated, or this person got their body done and they think they all that, or they're like, people outgrow each other. Like, I met her when I was 22 years old. I'm 27. Like, I want two different things now. We literally outgrew each other, and I outgrew her. And I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel bad about that. Like, literally, if you think back to all the YouTube couples that started out, De'Aaron, Ken, mad couples that y'all swore was forever, what happened? Like, people literally outgrow each other, and that's something that I'm really gonna need y'all to understand. And I'm not gonna get bashed or belittled or have anybody make me feel bad about outgrowing somebody, because it happens. And I never discredited her and said that she didn't help me during my surgery. I'm saying, you guys like to say, oh, she got her body done and she left you. Like I said, I was getting surgery regardless, and our relationship was going downhill regardless. She know that me and her hadn't even really fucked in like a year or years. I didn't even want to.
Baby. A year? No, I ain't even gonna sit here and cap to y'all. A year and we ain't fucking. I wouldn't even been sitting. I wouldn't even have been stressing over Chanel. Just me. Cause that's a red flag right there. We ain't fucking a year. We ain't doing shit. So where else is she getting it from? She gotta get it from somewhere. She ain't getting it from you. A year though? Like, this is crazy, because like, It ain't no excuse for cheating though. Like if she was in a relationship with Ohmyla and they just wasn't fucking or whatever the case may be, it ain't no excuse because she could have just, you know, left the relationship and did what she wanted to do. But a year though, like, that's a red flag right there. That would have opened my eyes up right there. Like, we ain't even intimate. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
We didn't have sex together. It's a lot of stuff that happened that she knows. Like, our relationship was going downhill way before surgery was in the picture. She knew I felt depressed. She knew I didn't feel like myself. She knew I felt tied down. She knew that I felt like I was in a possessive relationship where I couldn't grow. And she knows that she didn't give me room to feel like I could grow and venture out and be around friends and have a social life outside of her. She always made me feel guilty about that. And she knows that for a fact. She knows that shit for a fact, because that was a big problem in our relationship, because I enjoy freedom, individuality, and now she's talking about that, or that she's big on that, but you wasn't big on that in our relationship, and you know that. Like, I could admit to things that I was doing, or certain traits about my personality. I'm not that affectionate, things like that, and all of that, but you have to admit that you was very controlling. You really tried to control me, bro. Like, it's mad shit and it's mad examples where I couldn't do stuff, and it literally got to the point where my family was literally concerned. And let's talk about it. Like, let's even talk about it. When I say, like, you're possessive, you were possessive and you were controlling. Like, it was a time where my best friend, my high school best friend, she had came to Georgia to visit, and I tried to go see her. Like, when I tell you, Ohmyla had like a fucking, like, she went crazy. Like, and that was my first time ever trying to hang out with anybody outside of her. And bro, I've never seen that side of her. It was scary. Like, it literally, she was standing at the door telling me that I couldn't go. She told me that I was fucking my best friend, bro. My best friend, I hang out with my best friend to this day, Nisha. Like, I couldn't hang out with her. I literally was crying. I had someone threaten my life and say that they will hurt themselves, and she knows that this is true. She knows that this is true. She knows she did that shit, and that just set a tone that literally just scared me, bro. Like, I can't even have a life outside of you. Like, this shit is scary. Like, and let's really talk about it. Like,
that's not good.
And I did not want to go this deep, but Ohmyla, you know how you made me feel. You know that I felt so controlled. Like, you know exactly what you did to me. Like, you literally, I could not be a person outside of you without feeling bad. Dang. Like, I would literally, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was so fucking scared. Like, I literally, it was my first day ever trying to hang out outside of you, bro. You put on a big ass scene. You stood at the door. Like, I literally felt like a fucking kid. Like, that shit was so scary, because I had never tried to hang out with anybody but you, and this was the reaction. And I was like, bro, this reality is crazy. Like, so, you know, we ended up working past that shit, but it was so scary, and it never left my mind. Then most recently, when you was here, just controlling behaviors that I had to deal with. One night, my sister, it was her best friend birthday party, and I wanted to go. I ended up telling Ohmyla I was going, yo, she stood by the door. She wanted to fight with me. Like, I couldn't do anything. Damn. And when I just stormed out the house, and when I got to the party, I was just looking at everybody and all the women. I was like, I know everybody here is not single, and I just want to know, when it was time for them to head out, like, were they stopped at the door? Were they questioned? And like, was it like gotta be a fight or argument? Like, every time I tried to do anything outside of her, bro, it was like a fight or argument. Like, and after a while, she tried to fix it, because she know how bad it was, but it's like, you already set the tone to the point where I even feel guilty about interacting with anybody outside of you. Like, and that shit is toxic, and that shit makes you feel tied down. It makes you feel terrible. And like, I'm not gonna sit up here and let nobody make me feel like I'm bugging for like not feeling okay about that shit. Like, okay, so a couple of things. She said that, you know, what did I do for her? She said, well, I feel like I did a lot for you, and what did you do for me? Girl, I did a lot for you. Like, don't play with me. I did a lot for you. Like, a whole lot. Like, first of all, I had met you online, and you came to New York City, and you never left. Like, you came on a one-way ticket, and you never left me. So I gave you somewhere to stay. I gave you somewhere to live. I even lost where I had to live, because I was like sacrificing my situation for you. You came to visit me, and you never left, and I had a whole living situation that I had going on that it didn't work out. Like I was living with my sister, and it was like, you just messing around on the internet and how they just live here. So I was fucking with her so hard that I'm like, well, I'm leaving. So I left an apartment that my mother left for me and my sister that we were supposed to maintain together to keep what we had going on. And that's a big deal, because it had from a big thing in me and my sister's relationship and all of that. So it's like, you saying, what did I do for you? That's one of the number one things I did for you. You came to me on a one-way flight, and we built, and I gave you a place to stay, and we stayed together, and we built and we grew together. So don't sit up here and say, what did I do for you? Because I got on camera and said a lot that you did for me, and you said not financially. I said a lot of shit that we did and built together that I appreciate. So
I do feel like Ohmyla was being like very emotional in that video with a lot that she was saying. Like, I don't even really feel like she really felt that way, and deep down in her heart, I just feel like she was so emotional and she really didn't know how to say what she really wanted to say. She just chose the petty route, basically. Because to really say, and this is why this is so unfortunate and sad, yo, and I hate when people do this on the internet, and this just comes and it all boils down to this, all of this mess. Like, I hate it because it's just very unfortunate. Like, they both did a lot for each other. They grew together, and I just wish it could have been more simple, you know, with the breakup, and it just could have been peaceful, you know. But everybody not gonna break up peaceful, and it's not always gonna be peaceful. So just unfortunate.
Don't sit up and say, what did I ever do for you? Anytime something happened with your family, I was your right-hand man, and I was right by your fucking side when I needed to be. It was random times you needed to make it to Georgia, I was there for you. I was there for you, your family, Like, don't sit up here and be like, what did I do for you? Like, because you said you sat and thought, damn, I did a lot for her. What did she do for me? Then it was times that we were in a relationship, and you're older than me, and it's like, I would try to motivate you with different stuff, with like credit, different things like that, like really growing. And you know that it will cause arguments, fights. It's like, you didn't even want me to help you in certain ways, because when I did, it turned into an argument. Like, me saying something to try to motivate you was like, you felt like it's me belittling you or something. Like, our connect, like sometimes our connection and our vibe, it just wasn't really seeing eye to eye. And you know what happened that day when we was out and we had the credit conversation and how that went. And like, that was me trying to do something for you and try to motivate you and shit like that. And you just, bro, you know, like, you already know the dynamic and how that shit was going. I don't know if you even know, but it's so crazy, guys. It was to the point, like, towards the ending of this relationship, my mother and my sister was literally scared for my safety. Towards the ending of our relationship, I was spending more time outside because I was not happy. I was telling on my mom day that I wasn't happy with her. I wasn't happy with the relationship, and I didn't want to be with her. It's so crazy that one time I had my sister on the phone with my phone in my bag because my sister was so worried about my safety, and they knew how I was feeling. She knew how I was feeling, and everybody was like, you have to express yourself to her. Like, you have to let her know cold turkey, like, what it is. And I was telling her, but like, I had to really tell her, like, listen, I don't feel like I'm in love with you anymore, and I don't feel like this is working. Like, I don't feel like this is working out. And she put on a big scene, guys. Like, it was literally scary. Like, she fell to the floor. She acted like she was gonna literally probably kill herself or me. I swear to God. Like, and it was so scary. Like, I don't know if people know what that feels like. Like, to be like, you're literally feeling like you're outgrowing a person. It's not working. You're trying to tell them, and they love you so much that they don't want to leave you. And I could definitely understand that. But relationships takes two people, and it's really bad that, yes, I feel like we're outgrowing each other. We want two different things out of life, which is okay, because I met you when I'm 22 and I'm 27. Like, I have the right to outgrow, to grow, and to grow separate. If we're not fulfilling each other, like you said in your video, you're happier without me. You feel good. You're glowing, bro. We were depressed. We were dying together, bro. Like, we were not happy. And I told you that shit. Like, I told you so many times. Like, and you sitting up here acting like I didn't. You know the truth, bro. Like, you know I wasn't happy with you, and I told you this shit to your face. Every single time I told you that I didn't want to be with you no more, you put on a fucking scene, like a crazy ass scene. And it's like, sometimes I literally was scared for my safety, bro. Like, I literally thought that this girl could kill me. I'm not even playing. And she gonna sit up here and see this shit and say that I'm bugging, but she know the real tea. Like, you know. Like, you know. And it's like, you might say shit and not mean it, but it's like, people are really out here getting killed by these significant other and shit. So it's like, don't say some shit that you don't mean.
Yeah.
And I believe that shit. Like, when you told me that shit, I believe that shit. Like, so it's like, I literally told this girl so many times, like, I didn't want to be with her, like, I'm not happy. And she just kept tantrums. She'd be like, well, we gotta work something out. No, like, I don't want to work nothing out. Like, I know that I don't feel the same way about you anymore. And I don't want to be with you. Like, it sucks. It hurts, but I'm telling you, I'm being real with you. You did not want to accept that. Like, you still try to hang on. You still like, no, but we could work. Okay, I'll give you the space. I'll do this and I'll do that. I understand that you want to do it now because I'm at my breaking point and I'm like, I can't do this no more. But you already set this tone for me. Like, even if you let me have friends now, you let me have a social life, bro, I feel guilty as fuck about it. I don't feel confident about it because this is not who you are. You already showed me who you are and how you react in these situations. So it makes me uncomfortable to really be myself. So I told her straight up, she know that I had this conversation a couple times with her. We had conversations. Like, I want you to think back to mad times, like when you were, you know, going through, we had mad emotional nights. You know the nights I'm talking about if you're watching. And all those nights was all signs that this shit is not working. And I don't want to be with you anymore. And I had stayed in this relationship way longer than I needed to because I was just scared to end it. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I just didn't know what was going to happen. And when I came home and she was gone, I was so shocked because I thought that in order for us to leave, it was going to be some crazy shit. Like, I just didn't even think she had it in her to just leave like that, the way that she carried on and asked about me. And people be thinking like people loving you unconditionally and shit is cute. It's great to have somebody love you, but when they love you more than they love themselves or more than anything in this world, it literally gets scary, bro. Like,
I could definitely understand that. Like, having somebody that love you unconditionally, like she's saying, yeah, it's cool and all that, but when they literally love you more than anything, like, it can get scary because people it's like their mind they just go crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like when you really deeply love somebody, like, your life, everything is about this one person. So I definitely can understand that. It's very unfortunate that everything had to happen like this, you know, all out on the internet and all this. But man, it's heavy. I don't know who video was more emotional.
Nobody's gonna understand how I feel. Like, I don't even understand. Like, feeling so claustrophobic and feeling like you can't grow, and you telling the person over and over like, this is not working, I don't want to be with you, but they trying to hold on. They like, no, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gotta cancel this, we gonna do this, bro. It's bigger than that. Like, I just don't feel the same. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, so I told her all of this. Nothing was changing. So yes, I was going out. So it was nights where I would hang out with my sister and shit, man. I was going out and I was staying out there because I did not want to come home. Like, I was not happy. It was like, I keep telling this person I don't want to be with them and it's not working, and they're not listening to me. Like, they're threatening her. They threaten, like, they be trying to make me feel bad, but it's just not working. Like, and then I had a conversation. I was like, we could plan, like, I told her straight to her face, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm not in love with you. And, you know, I feel like when we do break up, like, I feel like we should write out this lease and we'll do this. We literally had a whole conversation about all of this. You get what I'm saying? And then she's coming on here talking about I'm in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship. I'm actually single. And, you know, And then she wanna talk about receipts and all that. And I'm gonna tell you guys how possessive and crazy that this girl is. She has a tracker on my phone even till now. So it's a lot of stuff going on like that y'all don't know about. When she left, she took my social, she took my birth certificate, she took all my stuff, she took the YouTube channel, had my social security number still on it, connected to it, and she left her laptop here so by mistake. And it's like the only reason why I got my social and my paperwork back and all that shit back is because she left her stuff here. Y'all really have to understand, this shit unfolds and it has a lot of layers to it, and it's reasons behind everything. And like, nobody is gonna make me feel bad about what's going on. And like, I'm telling you right now, like, she knew, we both knew that this relationship was coming to an end. I told her straight up. And the person that she's saying that I talk to right now, honestly, I never, because she tracks my phone. She tracks my phone, she invades my privacy, and even when we aren't together, she tracks my phone because she told me that I'm dating somebody that, first of all, nobody in the world would know that I was talking to them unless you track my phone, because me and this person, we wasn't on certain networks together, we wasn't, and I honestly have receipts that I did not see him until after she left. Like, I have receipts that I did not link him till after she left. And I don't care because our relationship been over. I've been telling her how I felt, and there's no timeline to when you can like move on. Like, if we're not together, you leave, and I keep telling you I don't want to be with you, and I'm telling you like, this is not working, babe. Like, I love you, but this is not working. Like, we're not working. Like, we're out. We just, it's not working. You know I didn't want to be with you anymore. You know I wasn't happy, and you know you wasn't happy. And yes, you wanted to marry me, you wanted to, but bro, you was depressed. I was depressed. You was not happy. I was not happy. And you just tried to hold on to something because of the time and the potential. But we knew, me and you, we knew that this shit was not going right. Telling somebody like, I'm not in love with you anymore, I don't feel the same, it's painful, but it's best that you tell them instead of like leaving them high and dry.
That's true. Like, it can really hurt, like, especially if that was your first love and your first heartbreak. Like, when the person that you really love come to you and say, I don't want to be with you no more, like, I'm not in love with you no more, that shit, it hits you hard. Like, damn, what did I do? Like, it ain't even always that you did anything. It's just like she said, like, people grow and sometimes you grow apart, and that's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? They done spent like half of their 20s together, doing everything together. You know what I'm saying? So now they almost at 30, and now it's like, damn, I missed out on a lot, you know, in life because I spent my time with this one person. Now I'm ready to live life. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes sometimes, and it sucks. It really does. Like, you never get with somebody and expect, you know, 5 or 6 years or however long later down the line that y'all grow apart and it's just not going to work anymore. That's not what nobody gets into a relationship but thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? You thinking this the person you're going to be with, you know, the person you're going to grow up with, all that. But it's just not realistic, for real. Especially not, you know, nowadays. It's really not realistic. You know, it works for some people, but it don't work for all. So I definitely can understand, you know. I feel like it's truth in both of their sides. Like, I feel like it's truth in both of their stories, you know.
You really are doing some infidelity shit when it's like, yo, you acting like you in love with this person, you cheat on them, and they really think you they rider, and you leaving them embarrassed. Me and her, a lot had already changed. We had stopped fucking, we wasn't posting each other, our relationship was dead. I told her that I'm not in love with you. I don't feel the same about you.
The vibe
we aren't
was
happy
off
with
with
each other.
them.
Look at us.
Way off.
And I told her that. So after I told her that, and I realized like she was not buttoned. She didn't care about how I felt. She didn't respect my feelings. She felt like, I don't give a fuck if you want to be with me or not. Like, we gonna stay together. But relationships don't work like that. It takes 2 people. It literally takes 2 people to create a relationship. And once I realized like this girl is not letting up, or she's not gonna let me like, and I understand it's a 5-year relationship, but we worked through this for years. This shit wasn't peachy cream for like 2 or 3 years. we've been working on our relationship and nothing was working. Like, we were not growing. This is why we feel so much more alive away from each other, and we feel better because we were together, dying together. We didn't feel good. We weren't growing, and I can tell you that. So I did start spending more time out the house. I didn't want to be home like that. I was hanging out more with my sister, my family. I was trying to separate myself away from her as much as I could because we were so codependent, and I just wanted to feel like me. I wanted to feel like a human. I wanted to feel like I could do shit outside of somebody and feel like a fucking individual, bro.
That's important.
So,
very important.
Yes. That one night I came home and she was gone. She was missing. And that night I had spent the night at my sister's house. I was literally at my sister's house. I slept over at her house. I have a room there, a room that me and her used to stay in. I slept at her house because it was like certain nights I just didn't want to come home because every night we was arguing and we was going back and forth about like about our relationship declining. And it's like, bro, like, I already told you what it is. Like, I don't want to come home and be in misery every night. Like, it was so miserable. And like, even coming home and just being worried sometimes, like sometimes her breakdowns was scary. And I used to tell her, like, you need help, and she know I used to tell her that because it used to be scary. Our relationship was done, and you know it, and the internet knows it. One thing I can guarantee, did y'all see us popping out? Did y'all see us being happy? Did y'all see us posting couple videos? Did y'all see us together interacting? No, for months. Like, our breakup came out of nowhere. It seemed sudden to y'all, but really think back, like, our chemistry and everything was off for a minute. This was nothing new. Our relationship was dead. We were holding on to dead weight. We were holding on to the fact that she just didn't want to accept that I don't want to be with her anymore. So it's like we're just holding on for dear life. And I'm just sacrificing myself for my happiness to please her, knowing like, bro, I don't want to do this, and I told you. And you know this. And you still want to hang on. You don't want to let me go. Man, this is not what I want. So, you know, that's the real tea. I'm just going to leave it at that. And y'all take what y'all take.
That's the end of that reaction, man. It's just very unfortunate to see, you know, all this unfold on the internet. I hope this is the last video that they make about this, period. Like, leave it alone and just move along. We don't want no more tea spill. Nobody exposing nobody. It's over with. Let it go. Let's keep moving. I'm happy for both of y'all. I'm glad that y'all are happier, you know, now. And sometimes it's just not meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people gotta understand that. But some people won't understand that immediately. Sometimes it takes a little while, you know what I'm saying, for some people. And I think it's just taking a little while for Ohmyla, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a lot, just like Ohmyla video was. But that's the end of this video. Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think. Leave y'all thoughts in the comments. Before I get out of here, make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a post from your girl. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.